Hello, hello, hello. This is Gerald Salenti. It's Thursday, April 7th, 2022. And here are some of today's trends in the news. Trends in the news. Got it? What in the world is going on? What does it mean? What's next? What you need to know? Well, you get it from Trends in the News and the Trends Journal. We're giving you what nobody else is giving you. All they're giving you is propaganda. And that's a improper word. It should be impropaganda. Yeah. Anyway, I may be in trouble for saying that. Today on the stock market front, the Dow was down over 300 points. The NASDAQ was down, the S&P was down. All of a sudden, it just turned around. And there's more, and we're going to be writing about this in the Trends Journal coming up next week. This week's is out. Look, you see the cover of this week's. It's another award-winning cover by Anthony Freda. And the loser is Freedom, Peace, and Justice. That's right. 185 pages this week. 185 pages, no ads. We're telling you what's going on around the world. Again, what it means, what's next, what to do, from geopolitics, economics, environmental, you name it, across the board, high-tech science, technocracy, great information. Anyway, so what I'm mentioning this for, because we're going to be doing a story of how the plunge protection team is rigging the markets. This is a lot of bullshit that as they're going up. Inflation is skyrocketing. Thursday's moves came after the Fed released minutes from its March meeting on Wednesday, which showed that officials plan to reduce their trillions of bond holdings. Officials. Official pieces of shit. And remember, never say official assholes, because assholes have a positive function. Officials. This fucking crap. Officials. Yes, sir. Yeah. Anyway. And so what else did they say? The minutes from the latest FOMC meeting portray a higher level of urgency than previous communications. Higher level of urgency. They've been fucking bullshitting for a year and a half about inflation being, it's only temporary. Oh, yes, Mr. Powell. Oh, yes, Mr. Powell. I'll bend over and take it up the ass. Yes, just like the vaxxers and everything else. Oh, no, wait a minute. It's transitory. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Transitory. Transgendatory. What fucking crap. The whole thing is rigged. The Fed has circled on its comments to run the balance sheet down faster than market participants may have expected, said Charlie Ripley, senior investment strategist, blah, 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 blah. Investors on Thursday continue to monitor the Ukraine-Russian war as Ukraine asks NATO for more weapons. More weapons, and the U.S. Senate passed a bill banning Russian oil and gas imports. Great, all right. More weapons. Not one word about peace. Not one word about peace. The Pope got lockjaw. The Pope. Maybe you're doing it up somebody's. Oh, I can't say that, huh? Yeah. Oh, it's a joke, man. Nobody talks about peace. More weapons, more weapons. More weapons. You're going to lose. You're going to destroy Ukraine. For what? Because you won't talk about peace and you got a piece of comic shit? That's the president? Just like everywhere else, the presidential reality show. It's a freak show in a country near you. Oh, they got the elections coming up over there in France. Oh, Macron, the little Rothschild boy, the little arrogant prick. Will he win? Anyway, spot gold, that went up a little bit today, closed at $19.30 an ounce. Where's gold going? I really believe it's in a solid place, even though they're going to be raising interest rates because of inflation. The breakout numbers of where gold, when it breaks out on the top, and how much lower it's going to go, it's all in your Trends Journal. And we've been right on the money with gold, Bitcoin. I thought it would go up a lot faster than it did because I never would have believed they would have rigged the markets the way they did when they began the COVID war. And businesses are dead. They're dead. This COVID war wiped out so many businesses. Hey, but the bigs got bigger. Oh yeah, merger and acquisition activity at an all-time high. Anyway, so even though they're going to raise interest rates 50 basis points, it means shit because inflation's skyrocketing and you got deeply negative interest rates. Oil went a little lower today because they're dumping more oil into the system. And on Wednesday, the International Energy Agency members countries agreed to release 60 million barrels on top of the 180 million barrel release announced by the United States. So that's temporarily, and Japan, big deal, 15 million they're dumping in. So that's pushing the prices down a little lower. But again, I see tensions breaking out in the Middle East. Oil prices are going to remain high. Janet Yellen warns that the war in Ukraine will leave enormous global economic impact. No shit. If the war in Ukraine was only between Russia and Ukraine, I got to look at that picture of Janet Yellen because anytime she opens her mouth, I mean, I got to believe it, right? Oh, no, that's Rachel. That's Lola, the Rear Admiral. Where is Yellen? Where's Yellen? There she is, Miss Fatsabrut. All the crap that shot out of her mouth, too, about inflation being temporary and transitory. Oh, we got the Rear Admiral over there, so you could prove it, that America's become transgendatory. Could you imagine that this shithead is the guy, or well, I gotta be careful, that the woman that is now telling us that's the head of the United States Department of Health. Could you imagine it? Shows you how low this country goes. And again, it goes back to the cover of the Trends Journal this week. All right? You watch the Oscars. You listen to the Grammys. You can see how low America's gone. And we got these fucking freaks telling us what to do in a country near you. Hey, how about over there in the UK? Oh, yeah, you think they're fucked up over here? Look at the clown you got playing the game over there. Boris fucking Johnson. All right? Anyway, it's a freak show. So, Yellen says Russians' actions, including the atrocities committed against innocent Ukrainians, unlike the atrocities, Yellen, committed by Bill Clinton, committed by Barack Obama, committed by George W. Bush. Oh, I forgot Trump. He didn't commit as many, but he's in the show too. They don't even come close. If the Ukraine war was just between Russia and Ukraine, Yellen, and nobody put sanctions on Russia, Yellen, we wouldn't have these problems, Yellen, and it's none of our business, Yellen. It's been going on between Russia and Ukraine for what, 1,300 years? Oh, we're going to fix it. Just like you fixed it in Afghanistan, just like you fixed it in Iraq, just like you fixed it in Libya, just like you fixed it in Syria. Mind your own fucking business and become an American. Like George Washington, no foreign entanglements. And all these little dicks, and I couldn't say the other word, that want to go fight, go. Go. Don't steal my money to go kill more people. Do your trip, all you brave folks. Oh, Obama, folks, how he always folked us. Anyway, she added that the White House believes Russia should be cut out from the global financial system. It cannot be business as usual for Russia. What fucking hypocrisy. And again, I'm totally against Russia's invasion. And I totally understand the why. And again, in detail, in your Trends Journal, 2014, when the United States overthrew the democratic elected government of Viktor Yanukovych because he wouldn't do a deal with the EU and the IMF, but that's only a story. Central banks warned of inflation era. Rising pressure on prices is likely to keep inflation at its highest level for more than 3 decades in many countries. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has added to disruption in supply chains caused by the pandemic, triggering sharp rises in food, energy, and other commodities since the war began on February 24th. Such increases will feed directly into higher consumer prices. If you didn't put the sanctions on them, fuckface, we wouldn't have this inflation skyrocketing. It was going up before this happened. You've made a bad situation worse. Today's Wall Street Journal, scramble for cooking oil lifts prices. Russia's invasion of Ukraine sparked a shortage of sunflower oil that pushed prices and other edible oils to record highs. Global sunflower oil prices are up 44%. Rapeseed oil, 72%, according to Mintech. The price of soybean oil, 41% up. Palm oil gained 61%. Olive oil is only 15% higher. Rapeseed oil, 50% higher. On and on and on. Again, the sanctions, according to bullshit Biden, they don't deter. Who are they hurting? The people. And there's no outrage. A fertilizer shortage worsened by war in Ukraine is driving up global food prices. Oh, this is only from CNBC. Combined, Russia and Belarus provide 40% of the world's exports in potash, according to Morgan Stanley, and Russia imports 48% of ammonium nitrate, and Russia and Ukraine together 28% of fertilizers, on and on and on. Again, the sanctions are only hurting the people. Oh, and good news in the United States as it goes down to Turlet, February trade gap stayed near record. That's right. It was the second largest monthly deficit on record. Hey, Trump, you did a great job. Yeah, trade war against China. Did shit. You did shit. Just like the rest. Oh, we're going to fix the infrastructure, build that wall. Yeah, and he's going to fucking run for president again? Look at the shit we got in this country. 2 big Indian lenders merge, creating a behemoth. Yep. As we keep saying, the bigs keep getting bigger, and everybody else is getting wiped out. Czech Republic provides tanks to defense effort. The Czech Republic has been sending Soviet-designed tanks to Ukraine. Blah, 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 blah. Yep. Keep the war going. Don't talk about peace. Keep the war going. Ukraine is going to lose. European Parliament President Metsola saw courage and resilience in Zelensky. Yeah, Roberta, if only a woman was in charge, spoke to DW soon after her return from Kiev. She added, that's why I went, in order to talk face-to-face with Zelensky, to see how myself as leader of European Parliament, but also of the European Union, can continue to help. I think these days are crucial. This week is crucial in order to make sure that the Ukrainians continue to have the possibility to fight. And she said they are fighting for Europe. Isn't that great? Fighting for Europe. World War III has begun. Yep. Oh, by the way, she's only been on the job since last month. $1 billion already from European Union into the weapons. U.S. publicizing bad intelligence and information war against Russia. Why, this must be a conspiracy theorist. In recent weeks, U.S. officials, including President Biden, claimed that Russia was considering using chemical weapons in Ukraine. But 3 U.S. officials, official pieces of shit, told NBC News this week that there was no evidence Russia had moved any chemical weapons near Ukraine, and that the claims were part of an information war against Moscow. All right? Total propaganda. Total propaganda. And again, totally opposed to it. U.S. publicizing bad intelligence. What intelligence? It's an oxymoron. These fucking bastards and bitches haven't won a war since World War II with their fucking intelligence. Russia suspended from UN Human Rights Council. But China voted no. But UN Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield said, "We believe that the members of the Russian forces committed war crimes in Ukraine, and we believe Russia needs to be held accountable." Okay, how about Bush accountable? How about Obama accountable? How about Clinton accountable? How about Cheney? How about Condoleezza Rice? How about Hillary Clinton? How about Samantha Power? All these people that went for war. Two-faced hypocrites. Second COVID booster shot extends proteins protection for just a few weeks, study shows. Oh, this is from the Daily News. Israeli information. A fourth shot of Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine increased protection against viral infection for only 4 to 7 weeks. Don't forget to get that shot, because this is Financial Times. Vaccine kings earn $100 million in pandemic pay. Windfalls at BioNTech, Pfizer, and Moderna. Isn't that great? Yep. Multi-millionaires into the billionaire class. New York, New York. Half of Americans, what do you got over here? Talking about the COVID war again. When diabetes and COVID crosses, result is often a health disaster. This is the New York Times this Monday. Look at the condition of this guy. All right? Look at him. Look at him. I mean, I'm sorry for the guy, but you think you're going to get sick? Diabetes patients hospitalized with COVID spend more time in the ICU and more likely to be intubated, what the hell that is, and less likely to survive, according to several studies, one of which that found 20% of hospitalized coronavirus patients with diabetes died within a month of admission. Over the past 2 years, doctors have reported a sharp rise in young people being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. That type 2 diabetes means eating a lot of shit, different than type 1 diabetes. An increase that many believe is tied to drastic spike in childhood obesity. Yep. During the pandemic, 1.5 million Americans are diagnosed with diabetes each year, and roughly 96 million, about 1 in 3 adults, are at high risk for the developing disease. The overall number of Americans with diabetes has doubled in the past 2 decades, and increasingly that mirrors the alarming rise of obesity, which affects more than 42% of adults. They're eating shit. They're eating shit. Don't forget to go to McDonald's. Eat your Burger Kings. Yep, no, I'll have a Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, remember that thing we showed, that Substack thing, 5 levels high? Yeah, from Dairy Queen. Look at the crap people are eating. This story, the guy goes on to say that the virus slowed me down. I walked 20 feet and I'm huffing and puffing like I ran 20 miles. Look at the shape the guy's in. Because half of Americans aren't taking care of their health and well-being, new research shows. Regardless of the income, when asked what's holding them back from living healthier lifestyles, a lack of understanding topped the list. 30% don't understand the best actions to take. Hey, what do you go to school for? Oh, they teach you gender shit. They don't teach you how to take care of yourself? No, because they're feeding you shit too. You don't understand. You're too fucking stupid. Eating shit. You got to go to school to learn how to not to eat shit? Oh, and don't tell me, oh, the poor people are getting fat because this guy ain't poor. I could cook risotto. I could feed 4 people for $6 and delicious. Anyway, on and on. Albertans' rights trampled during COVID, lawyers suggest. There's a case going on in Alberta, and they're bringing in the chief medical officer. Chief medical officer. Go fuck off, chief medical piece of shit. Anyway, they're saying the group's key arguments are the virus doesn't kill younger, healthy people, and that government-imposed restrictions do more harm than good. Exactly as they just said here, that obesity climbed among young kids during the lockdowns. And they go on to say that the at-risk group suggesting there were very, very few deaths among people under 60 years old. The facts are there. And he pointed out that obesity is a risk factor for experiencing more serious illnesses from COVID-19. Again, the doctors don't teach it. The word doctor means teacher and educator. The word doctor is derived from the Latin word doco, which means to teach. So all these people that are too fucking stupid to learn on themselves, the doctors aren't teaching them either. All they're doing is giving them drugs. And are they working great? Well, here was the news. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo, I think she was the head of Rhode Island or something, locked down the joint, tested positive for COVID. And after the dinner, multiple politicians reportedly have announced positive COVID tests. Representative, somebody from Texas. Now salute. Oh, I got COVID. That was a COVID sneeze. Said Tuesday that she tested positive. Representative Adam Schiff of California, Democrat. I'm feeling fine. COVID. That was a COVID sneeze. I'm feeling fine and grateful to be vaccinated and boosted after he's tested positive. This evening, I unfortunately tested positive for COVID. I'm feeling fine and grateful to be vaccinated and boosted. And remember, please get vaccinated. And remember, please get vaccinated. And remember, please go fuck yourself, you arrogant, stupid prick. You got vaccinated like all your other shitheads. Oh, Pelosi got it too. All triple boosted, model, whatever. All vaccinated and boosted. Obama got it. Clinton got it. One after another. Oh, the Attorney General, Merrick Garland. Oh, he tested positive yesterday. Attorney General. One after another. They all got the shots. They all got it. The virus, and they're saying for us to get it, I haven't been vaccinated, I haven't gotten the virus, oh, but I sneezed. Oh, Celente sneezed, Celente sneezed. And then you got that other arrogant, that Sean Pencil head. Go back to August, we talked about this. Last August. I do request people who are not vaccinated don't go to cinemas. Stay home until you're convinced of these very clearly safe vaccines. What an arrogant fucking guy, and he's out there everywhere. And the people swallow his shit. His arrogant shit. Ready? And I do believe that everyone should get vaccinated. Oh, you believe? Who the fuck are you to believe that everyone should get vaccinated? Hey, your daddy got you there. Another daddy's boy. His daddy was a director, got him into the system. All right? I believe. I'm an actor. I'll play somebody else, and I'll tell you what to do. You ready? I do believe everyone should get vaccinated. I believe it should be mandatory. This is pencil head. Like turning your headlights on in the car at night. What the fuck is turning my headlights on in the car at night have anything to do with getting an Operation Warp Speed shot that didn't stop Pelosi from getting it, didn't stop Obama, didn't stop Hillary Clinton, didn't stop Adam Schiff, didn't stop Sean Penn. He got it too after the shots. It is a freak show. It's a freak show. Most people worldwide are breathing polluted air. World Health Organization wants, don't worry about that. Only 7 million die every year from that. Oh, 6 million died from COVID over 2 years. And who died from it? Put that picture up. There they are. And that case in Alberta, nobody's talking about it. Doctors are teachers and educators, and none of them in the media came out during the COVID war and told people to get healthy. And finally, the Senate confirmed Ms. Brown Jackson to be the first black woman to sit on the Supreme Court. Which direction will she go? Left, right, center? You want to know? Check out the YouTube with me, with Celente and the judge, Judge Andrew Napolitano. It's right on our channel. We did it yesterday. He'll tell you there is no judicial authority in America with the knowledge of Judge Andrew Napolitano, and he'll tell you what direction that she is going. And if you don't believe him, you know the motto of the Trends Journal, think for yourself, but you're going to want to see what the judge has to say because it's the unexpected. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. From COVID war to Ukraine war to world war. Are you prepared for what's next? These are unprecedented times. What's next? What's going to happen? Read the Trends Journal. We have an unsurpassed track record of forecasting history before it happens. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens. From the world leader in trend forecasting.